世界中の中である意味でこういろいろな、ところに分散しているといいますかね、業界全体が広がっているんですけれども、それぞれのセグメントが分散しているという過程の中で、これこうやって順調にこう太っていくっていうと、僕もいろいろダイエット悩んでるからあれですけれども、こう増量して、それもよくないですねなんとなくこう大きくなって成長していくっていうのはすごいことでございまして、先ほど申し上げましたけど、その理由は、この、サミットっていうのはどういう意味かっていうのもあれですけれども、やはり教会領域、インターネットの教会領域って方たちをやはりこうやって、お招きをして、それで、インターネットの、本来の通信機器のようなインタープレティやったところから、広がった方に参加をしていただいているということではないかと思います。そういった意味で新しい領域に挑戦をしていらっしゃる皆様がここに参加をしていただいていること、本当に心強く思います。
Well, thank you. Well, an honour to be invited to be singled out like this. It's an honour to be invited to speak, and I won't speak now for a long time because we've already had some time on stage together. But wonderful to be able to celebrate 20 years of Interop. Of course, Interop is what it's all about. Interop, the web is interoperability. The only reason that the web works is because the computer that you're using with your web browser speaks the same language interoperates with servers over there. The world before the internet was one that a lot of people here, younger people don't remember. Before 1969, there was no Interop. There were lots of different networks that didn't connect. The world before the web, there were lots of different documentation systems. There was not one big web, and getting that Interop together, of course, is indeed it's not just a technical thing, it's a social thing. It's a social thing which initially involved just persuading people that it would be a good idea, when a lot of people were quite skeptical. It's a social thing, it's forming consensus. We call it the WPC, the World Wide Web Consortium. We call what we do the art of consensus. It's getting engineers to agree. That's, it's not, when you get the engineers to agree and they write the spec, then that is when the machines talk to each other. When the machines talk to each other, everything works in principle, and then the engineers can go and relax. Interoperability has been really important since the beginning of the internet. It's been really important since the beginning of the web, and obviously things like celebrations like Interop, in which people get together and actually discuss it seriously, have been more and more important. It's been at W3C, interoperability is something which also has become more complex, and it's become something which has become more front and center. Nowadays, if you look at the work of people in the working groups, before it was just writing a consensus, and when they made the spec, more or less they go home and they were done. Now, they write the spec, and as they write the spec, they write huge numbers of tests, thousands and thousands of tests for each spec. So that when you come to, when people come to put a label on the box and say this thing does HTTP, or this thing does HTML5, or this is compatible with the Open Web Platform, there are thousands of tests that they've gone through to make sure that they can claim and demonstrate that the product does meet the specs. And those thousands of tests are done to make sure that they will be Interop, that things will work together. So it's a lot of work, and it's in a way it's the core work of making the whole internet work, of making the whole web work. I salute everybody who comes to this event, who thinks it's important, And long may you continue to do so. And thank you for coming today, and for those of you who've been around for that long, coming for all these last 20 years. Thank you.